Hello, everybody. Welcome to Weekly Trash, the safe place to cleanse your mind, body, and soul of all that trash you consume this week so you can consume some more tomorrow. I'm your host, Josie Van Dyke, and I have a podcasting queen, a legend, a true hero to me from the Bad Broadcast, Madi Murphy.
Hi. Oh, applause. Thank you, everyone.
How are you?
Thank you. I'm good. How are you?
I'm so happy you're here.
I'm so happy to be here. I am really jealous of the setup, of the sign, I'm jealous of all of it.
Hey, I'll trade this out for the Bad Broadcast, and you can come anytime and use it.
Should we share?
Like, share a studio?
Should we? I said that clip of Trisha Paytas, like when they want to order a pizza. You know the one I'm talking about?
No, is it on TikTok?
When she's like, I wish I had a pizza right now. And Ethan goes, should we?
Should we?
And so I just say that to everything.
She's a queen.
She is
She is hilarious.
Our uncancelable queen.
Like the things she says.
I know. I love her so much.
How is she still here?
I don't even know.
How is she still on the platform? We don't know. Okay, well,
I don't know.
Everyone listening knows about the Bad Broadcast. You are a pioneer to the podcasters.
Just carrying on the pioneer tradition.
You started in 2020, right?
Started in 2020. June of 2020 was when the podcast started. But I had the Bad Broadcast Instagram from January 2020.
Gotcha. And so everybody is obsessed with you, basically.
Well, that's not true.
No, it is. It is true. So we need to deep dive into who you are.
Okay, let's deep dive.
Get into the nitty-gritty.
Get on in here. Get on in here.
We're going in.
Get in, huh?
Where are you from? I know half these questions, so I'm going to act a little dumb. Okay?
That's okay. That's okay. I was born in Georgia.
No way.
Lived there for, I say that it's so Utah of me to say that I was born somewhere else. Cause like literally who cares, but I was born there. My family all my siblings were born there. Anyway, we moved here when I was 1. So I don't say I'm from Georgia. It's fine.
It's okay.
Moved here. My family lived in Boston for a few years when I was a kid. And then I grew up most of my life in Alpine.
And you actually we just talked about this. You went to high school with my husband.
Yes.
I went to Lone Peak.
Yes. I went to American Fork and Lone Peak, but I graduated from Lone Peak.
And you have 7 siblings.
I have 7 older brothers.
What was life like with 7 older brothers? Like, you have a backbone, I'm sure.
I think I might not.
Oh, they just broke it.
I think they snapped it in half. No, my brothers are I think my brothers are maybe not kind of typical brothers.
Yeah.
Because they're not super aggressive.
Okay.
They're not super protective. And I don't mean that in a bad way, like they don't care. They're just not the brothers that like, when I had a date, they weren't like standing at the door, like ready to grill somebody. Like they were very mellow. My dad's really like that. Like my dad's really laid back, kind of just happy to be there. And so my brothers are like that. I mean, I definitely, the closer in age to me that my brothers were, the more we fought. So like,
how old is the oldest?
So I'm 29. He's 42. We're 13 years.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but my brother right above me in age, like we fought a lot growing up. But I feel like it was just kind of typical like sibling stuff, nothing crazy. But yeah, I mean, life was loud and busy and lots of boy stuff. And
your dad's a professional baseball player.
My dad was. Yes.
How old is he now?
67.
He's not swinging the bat anymore.
He's not. He could. He probably could. But he's
so
got a
were
bad
all your
knee.
brothers into it?
No. So my brothers are kind of a mixed bag. Like I have a brother. So I'll go through what my brothers do. Like my oldest brother, Chad, he's a professor. My next brother's actually special needs. So he lives with my parents. My next brother's a coder, like a developer, but he played football. Okay. I have a brother who's an artist, a lawyer. And then my 2 youngest brothers are in like software sales, but they both play football. So you have
all your bases covered. Like if you need a lawyer, if you need like an artist.
Yeah, almost, except I need like a dentist
and a plastic surgeon
and a doctor and a plastic surgeon.
Yeah. Do you like how I go straight to plastic surgery? Like that's how vain I am.
No, literally though.
I need a plastic surgeon.
Literally though. So yeah, they all did different things, but most of them, I mean, the ones who played sports played football, and yeah, it was a good life.
Did you play softball?
That's offensive, but okay. No, Josie, I did not play softball.
Why is it that like softball girls just have an image?
Well, it's fine.
You don't have it, but I just assumed because your dad was.
I know. I will say a lot of people. And then my niece, my sweet niece was like, you kind of look like a softball player. I was like, she doesn't even know.
She doesn't know what that really means.
No, softball players are cool. And I went to high school with a lot of very cool softball players.
They're all sleeping with each other.
I played volleyball in high school. Okay.
Volleyball's great.
Volleyball's cool. It's like a hot girl.
Well, you're pretty tall.
I'm pretty tall. I'm 5'11".
So you got the spikes.
I got the spikes.
That's awesome.
I spiked it.
But you didn't want to play college.
Yeah. It also was not an option.
It just was.
Oh yeah. I turned down like playing college sports, like
yeah.
just because of desire,
Yeah.
not because of ability.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So, okay, cool. We're on the same page on that. Were you popular?
Yeah, I would say I was popular. I would say I was. I had a lot of friends. I look back now and I realize how not happy my friends made me.
Yeah.
I don't mean that as a slight to them. I just mean like I had a lot of anxiety growing up, and I didn't realize that like my social setting was causing me a lot of anxiety.
And what was that anxiety about?
I mean, just like, does everybody like me? Am I cool? Did I say something stupid? Is anybody mad at me? Is anybody like, and it was just kind of like consumed my whole life. Like I got bad grades. I missed family thing. Like I did anything for friends.
We're literally the same person. What
Are
was
we?
your GPA?
Not good.
Because mine was a 1.9. So
I think I probably have you beat there. I probably got like a 2.7 in high school.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
you could have gone to college.
Well, let's see. In high school, I probably had like a 3.0. In college, I had like a 2.4.
So you went to college.
I went to college for like 7 years and didn't get a single thing.
Wait, where'd you go?
UVU.
And what were you trying to go into?
Marriage.
The irony. Okay.
Yeah.
Like therapy?
No.
Or just like get married?
No, I was like trying to get married.
Yeah.
Like I was trying to like date guys and like.
But UVU, why?
It was
Go
close to,
go
it was
somewhere
close.
where there's like a fraternity, sorority.
I know. I was so Mormon though. I was
Like,
not
what were
about
you
to. I wasn't
thinking?
about to date a frat guy.
Sigma Chi, man. That's where it's at.
I know. I should have done it. But yeah. So yeah, I would have said that I was popular,
Okay.
but not necessarily like happy.
Gotcha.
But
Were
yeah.
you a spoiled teenager? Coming
Mm.
from, I mean, you have 7 siblings. That's a lot of money to split around.
Yeah, I
But
definitely
also,
I
you
definitely
live in Lone Peak area.
wouldn't say that I was overly spoiled. But I was too spoiled.
You were the only girl.
Yeah, my parents were too nice.
Yeah.
Like if I had me as a kid, I wouldn't be as nice as they were to me.
Yeah.
But they weren't. I mean, I didn't get like I didn't drive a Porsche. I didn't have
Right.
like at Lone Peak. There's a lot of kids with a lot of like access to money.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't have like access to money. Like I
Gotcha.
didn't have like my parents' credit card.
But you didn't have a job in high school, or
No, I
anything?
didn't. No, I did have a job.
Oh, you
I had a
did?
job in high school. Yeah.
What'd you do?
I worked at Oh My Crafts. I packed craft things in a
Oh.
warehouse. So yeah, I got a job. Like I got a job when I was 16.
That says a lot about someone when they have a job in high school.
Yeah. So I did have a job, and yeah, I never like could just go do whatever. But like my parents were really like, if I needed,
They took care of it.
yeah, they took care of it. And like if I needed, if my parent or if my friends were going to dinner, like I could ask for money, like stuff like that.
For sure.
But I didn't ask for anything really.
You weren't like the
extravagant.
Lone Peak princess brat that there were many.
No, and like now looking back, I had friends who had a lot of money, and I didn't even realize like friends who had their parents' credit card that like
Yeah.
I didn't even realize. And now looking back, I'm like, that's so bizarre to me to think about like having my like that would be a foreign concept to me in high school.
Really?
To like have access to all my parents' money, that would be wild.
See, I would just steal my mom's credit card. I was that kid.
I would for sure steal like 20s out of my
20s?
mom's bag.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
But that's about as edgy as it
As
got.
edgy.
Yeah.
So you actually went to aesthetic school.
I
as
did.
Well, were you doing that after college?
Yeah, I did that after. I did that in 2018.
And,
So I kind of just barely did it.
and what made you want to do it?
I was really lost. I was lost, still am, but was more lost for the majority of like my, late teens, early 20s. And I like bounced around to a lot of things. I thought I'd go to culinary school. I thought I'd, all these different things. And then I moved somewhere that was right by an aesthetic school.
Okay.
And I was like, well, I love like people. Like I love beauty stuff. I
Yeah.
love like maybe this is going to be like a perfect little marriage of like everything I love. Like I could do, and I had like all these ideas. I like really wanted to start a spa or like a skincare line. Like it all felt really exciting to me. And so I went and I loved it, but I didn't work a day in my life as an
Really?
esthetician. Like not a day.
Like you graduated and there was nothing after
Like
that?
I graduated and I worked as a secretary at a spa for a year. And then I did
Did you
nothing
get your
else.
master's or basic?
Master's.
See, I was an esthetician as well. That's
Oh,
what I'm saying.
really?
We are literally the same person.
Yeah. Yeah. And I still love it. I still love all skincare stuff. I still love like,
But you know about it. See, I was
Yeah.
a basic, so I don't know anything.
yeah, like I still sometimes am like, that would be so fun, like down the line to like start a skincare line or like
Yeah.
a spa or something. Cause I really do like really girly stuff like that. But yeah, when I worked at a spa, I worked at the front desk and I was like, I think I just got burned out really quick. And then I switched over. I worked at a bakery. And then when I stopped working at the bakery is when I started Bad Broadcast.
And what was the moment that made you want to start a podcast? Or Bad Broad, because you had the Instagram, the Bad Broadcast.
Yeah, I had the Instagram, and I was doing like little weekly like clips. Like I was just doing like I think my first video was like things we're leaving in 2019. Like so I just did like a quick cut video. But then we were in quarantine. So it was June of 2020. We were in quarantine, and I was like having a lot of fun doing, like I had done like a Chick Flick Madness bracket. I had done like, I don't know, I was just having a lot of fun like with like the girls who were following me, and
the
so
community that you were building.
Yeah, and
sure.
it just like it just felt a little less lonely because we were like, I was trying to like figure out a way to hang out with people in quarantine. And so June 2020, I was like, well, we could just like try this out, and I would do it every week. And I say this every time, but I would like do it one week and I'd be like, okay, next week will be my last week and then I'll be done. And then I'd do it another week and I'd be like, okay, I got a little more traction, I'll do it one more week. And here we are.
Here you are.
100
signed to a
million weeks later.
Was everyone supportive of you doing a podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone was really great about it. And my family was awesome. My family really, like, I didn't have anybody tell me that it was weird. And I had somebody ask me this the other day, like maybe I felt like I could do it because it had been modeled for me with my parents. Like my dad had basically made his hobby his career.
Right.
Like he had found this thing that he was good at. My dad didn't take like a traditional career path. And a lot of my brothers did, like my brother who's an artist. Like my parents were really like, hey, if you're good at it and you like it, you can figure out a way to make it your career.
Yeah, find your passion.
Yeah. And so maybe it was just like I had seen that modeled for me, so I felt better doing it. I just lost. What am I even talking about? The question?
Yeah, no, we are. We're talking about if everyone's supportive of you.
Yeah. So everybody was really excited for me. I mean, everybody was like posting about it and stuff. I don't know if everybody loved everything I posted.
Right.
Like, I don't know, or agreed with it. Yeah. Nobody was hating. Nobody was like, that's a dumb idea. Like my siblings, my sisters-in-law, like they were the first people, my parents, like they were the first people that were like, no, it's cool. Do it.
This is great.
Yeah.
So how soon did you start making money and like realizing, okay, this is a career?
So I made my first paycheck from an ad was in November of 2020. So it'd been like, whatever that is, like 6 months. And it was $700, $750 was like the first check I ever got. And then I was making like kind of around there for like every month. Like I was making like $750 a month for like 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
And then Dear Media picked me up. And so then after I got with Dear Media, I wasn't making money just because I hadn't booked like my ads yet. So I wasn't making money for a few months.
And they didn't like pay you anything for those months?
No.
Okay. So you're just chilling?
I was just hanging out. Yeah. I was just like kind of waiting around, and I was like, I hope like the ads are good, and I hope that my ad rate is good and whatever. But then I started realizing that it was going to be like my career, that I could like support myself and like for real do it. That was probably not until like probably a year ago, probably like February of last year, when I started getting paychecks that I was like really happy with, that I was like, oh, this is like a job.
Yeah.
Okay. I can like do this now.
How does it feel to know that you did that yourself?
I think I have probably dissociated from it a little bit, like, because, and I always say this, that I feel like Bad Broadcast is kind of like a character that I play. Like it kind of doesn't feel like me. It kind of feels like this like performance that I put on. And, but like now that I live on my own and I'm just like, I'm fully supporting myself, and like, I will tell people like when I date now and I like talk to people and I tell them what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And they're like, that's like really, that's cool that like you built that. Like it's really validating, but I just feel like I kind of separated myself from it a little bit. So when people say it to me and they're like, hey, that's cool that you did that, I'm like, oh yeah, that is like really cool that I did that.
It's cool. It's impressive.
Yeah.
It's badass.
Yeah. I'm really proud of it. Like I'll always be proud of Bad Broadcast. Like it's not like if I lost the podcast, I would survive. Like it would not be the end of my world, but I will always be proud of it. And please, Lord, I hope I don't lose it. But
yeah.
I'm really, really proud of it.
What's been the hardest part about it?
Oh, I mean, I feel like lately I have maybe a different answer than I would have had like 2 years ago. I mean, the actual podcasting is hard. I mean, it's hard. Like sometimes my brain, like I like will be having the literal worst day of my life, and I'll be like, okay, but I have an episode due at midnight. So like, I gotta get going. Like I gotta amp myself up. I have to put aside, I think that's probably where the dissociation comes from. I was like, I gotta separate from that and I gotta play this character.
Yeah. Turn on the Bad Broadcast voice.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hi,
everybody.
Yeah. No, you kind of got to turn it on. But, the hardest part is that, I mean, it's that you're really vulnerable, that like basically the last 2 years of my life are like on the internet and they're just
there
available they're just out there for everybody to hear and listen to and judge and hate and critique and rip to shreds and decide what I meant and where, you know, what all of these things. And yeah, it's not great. And people will always be like, well, you chose it. And I'm like, but did I?
Well, I hate when people say that. Like, you put yourself out there, so people should be able to critique you and say things. You can critique me without being an asshole.
Well, yeah. And it's like, and nobody told me that it would be like an attack on like my personal,
your character,
my
who
character.
you are.
Yeah. So when people are like, you chose that, I always want to be like, well, why'd you choose to be terrible?
Yeah. Why'd you?
Like, I made a choice, but you did too.
Yeah.
So like, what's your reasoning?
Totally.
So anyway,
Totally.
that's a really uncomfortable part of it.
Besides obviously like making money, being successful from it, what's been the best part? Like, have you made any really good relationships with friends?
Oh yeah. Like all of my close friendships now are because of the podcast.
Yeah.
Like are because I had this like outreach that I could like meet a lot of different people. I was like I met my friend Lucy because I was working with Chloe, who's an artist who I, you know, wanted to hire for podcast stuff. And then I met Lucy and it was like all of these, I was able to connect with way more people. So yeah, friendships, 100%. Just kind of like looking back, because like even now when you talk about it, when you're like, yeah, that's cool, that's impressive, like looking back and being like, yeah, I just built like my whole life from scratch.
Yeah.
Like I was, because like people always talk about like nepo babies.
Oh yeah.
And like a lot of people are like, well, you're a nepotism baby, and I'm like, my dad was a professional baseball player. Like I worked at a bakery before this. Like,
do they not know the definition?
Like I promise you, like I didn't.
Maddie, you're in the same category as Hailey Bieber. Okay,
I basically am.
Take it.
I basically call me Maya Hawk, but like
it.
no. So like, and I always want to be like, no, like I really was just working at a bakery making tips, and I started this, and I'm really proud of it. Like so. Anyway. I shouldn't say that people call me. I've had one person be like, well, aren't you?
Oh, I do that
Didn't
too.
you get popular because your dad was famous? And I'm like,
aren't you annoying?
I'm like, well, and also my dad's whole fan base is like 50-year-old Southern men.
That's your
like that is
that's
not
your
my
audience
that
reach.
is not the people that I'm gathering here.
They're like,
okay,
that Maddie broadcast. That broadcast is a good one. Love it.
No, literally. I'm like, people don't go from like watching the Braves game to listening to my podcast. I promise you.
Who knows?
Yeah,
maybe they might.
Maybe they might. I'm sure I have a handful.
They just
of girlies.
hear the last name Murphy and they just Google and they listen.
Totally. I know there's Braves girlies out there
For
who listen.
sure.
So shout out to them. I mainly
For
meant
sure.
the old men who like chew tobacco or not listening to bad broadcasts.
Yeah. So what's been the coolest experience?
The coolest experience, I really do like, just a couple weeks ago I was at Dear Media. Like that always feels really surreal to like be there and like be in person and kind of like sit in these studios where like all these big podcasters have sat, and like where like
you are a big podcaster.
No,
do you have imposter syndrome?
I have delusion, which is great.
Okay.
So like that's always really cool. I mean, doing the e-news thing last year was really cool.
When I saw you do that, I was so excited.
Yeah,
for you.
that was really cool. It's honestly like, yeah, I don't know. Like I'm not trying to be like sanctimonious or anything, but like really, it really is just when people come up to me and they're like, oh yeah, I listen to your podcast, or like, oh, I like when I nurse at night, like I listen to the podcast or stuff like that. I'm not crying, I swear.
I thought you were saying when you nurse at night. I was like,
I'm like when I nurse my friends' children.
We don't know. Okay.
No, but it's like those are way cooler.
I agree.
Because it's just like, I don't know.
It's more personal.
Yeah, it's more personal.
They
it's
actually care about you.
I always want people to feel like we're friends. Like
Yeah.
I always want people to feel like we're just hanging out. And so when people tell me that worked and that they do feel that way, I'm like, cool.
Winning.
That was the goal.
Truly.
Yeah.
I love that. So podcasting has changed your life a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You've gone through some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You
Just a
left
few things.
just a few things. Let's talk about religion.
Yeah.
Because you left the church.
I left the church.
You made that announcement clear on your Q&A podcast.
I did. That was the first time I had ever said it on the podcast.
And you didn't really go into the why. So can I ask why?
Yeah, and like the reason I don't talk about the why is because with religion, I have noticed now that I've gotten some space from it, like it's whatever position people are in, if they're in, they're out, they're in the middle, whatever you say to them is going to reinforce where they are. So like, cause I used to think like, well, I want to talk about religion because I want to like educate people and I want people to like basically think I'm right.
Totally.
Like I want people to be like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. I should do what Maddie does.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and I'm realizing that when I talk about the why, a lot of times like people will just kind of sit Like it doesn't do a whole lot.
It reinforces
a lot.
opinions.
And I never wanted to come across, and I think before, the reason I didn't talk about it before is because that was my goal. I was like wanting to like change people's minds and like have a really good point and be like, oh yeah, Maddie, like got it. Now I don't really feel that way. Now I'm like, I have a very deep love for all people and wherever they land in the church. And I don't feel angry at the church like I maybe did for a little bit. But the why of it, I mean, so I would say I think this is on the outline, like kind of where I was with the church before the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely say I was like progressive Mormon, like very like probably edgy. I say an edgy Mormon. Like I was like always like, ally.
Were you married in the temple?
Yeah, I got married in the temple. Yeah. But I was always like, felt very comfortable around people who were drinking, around like people who, like I never was weirded out by that. I was just like, oh yeah, I'm Mormon, but also like I love like
I accept you.
Yeah, and I love like the she's, gays, and theys. Like I was never like super traditional strict Mormon. My parents aren't like that. Yeah. My parents aren't like hardcore scary like, sorry.
No, you're good.
They're not like that. I wasn't raised in a super conservative Mormon home.
Gotcha.
Anyway, so the why of it, I was just kind of slowly like not connecting with the things that were being said. Like I feel like stuff would come out that the church was, like standing up for, like announcements that were being made, and I would just be like, that does not feel right.
Doesn't align with you.
Like that does not like sit in my soul, like with what I truly believe is happening. And I mean, the history is hard. The history is really hard.
Agreed.
But ultimately I was kind of on this like progressive Mormon cliff, and I met like friends who had left the church, and they were super gentle with me, like really kind of like, hey, whatever you need to go, like whatever step you need to take, like we're here, but like here are these resources if like this is interesting to you, if you want to learn more about this, like all of these things. Sorry, I'm not trying to be vague. I just also don't want to be offensive.
No, totally.
And so I kind of made my way out. And once I was out, which I would say was like August of 2021 was probably the day I was like, okay, I think I have to be done. Like, I think that this is really not what I want for my life. This is not what I connect with. And it's not what I believe anymore. So I think I got to go. And it was really hard. It was really hard for like 6 months.
When you say leave, there's different levels of leaving.
Mm-hmm.
There's taking your records out.
Have not removed my records. Okay. No, I haven't taken my records off. I mean, leave as in I consider myself an ex-Mormon.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But not leave in the sense of like, yeah, I guess that's the next step.
That's like the big one.
Yeah.
Where
Mm-hmm.
you officially take everything out, and because your family's still active.
Yeah, my family's about half and half. So, and all my brothers who are ex-Mormon are kind of where I am. And like none of us have taken our records off. Like we're not like.
Well, if you don't believe in it, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, and also I'm just like, what's the point? Like, what's the? I don't know. It didn't feel necessary. I know that's not for everybody.
For a lot of people, it's therapeutic. It's like closure.
Totally. For me, it was like a way more personal, just internal. I just needed to step away from it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it was really scary to tell my parents. It was really scary to say it on the podcast. It was really scary to do.
Yeah.
Like it was, it was wild.
What things have you done since leaving? Like, were you ever rebellious before?
I was the least rebellious person you've ever met in your entire life.
So did you try alcohol for the first time?
Oh yeah. But I never had tasted alcohol.
Really?
Like not a sip. Like I didn't even toilet paper anybody in high school.
You're
like I was like obsessively obedient. But I didn't feel like annoying about it. But now I'm looking back and I was like, I was for sure annoying about it. like I was so judgy. If my friends came to me and they were like, I touched his wiener, I'd be like, no, how dare you?
Hell.
I'd be like,
call your bishop.
No, I would literally be like, I'll call your bishop with you. I'll sit outside with you. Like I was such a judgy little bitch. But
but that's so self-aware of you.
Yeah, I just wish I had a little more self-awareness like 10 years ago. Right. That would have been awesome.
Yeah,
but anyway, yeah, and then I just felt really open to like everything. But like now where I am, I also feel like, I mean, I don't feel open to like organized religion. Like I would never participate in an organized religion. But like last night, my car got stuck. Literally within 4 minutes, the bishop was there digging out my car. I was like, yes,
You're like, this is great.
Like I have like a fondness for like my inner Mormon.
Yeah.
Like I really like,
it's a community.
it's a community. It's my like heritage. Like,
yeah.
I think it's like this funny, weird little puzzle piece of me.
Totally.
That like, now that I've made peace with where I am, I'm like, I like that little, like when I bake bread, I'm like, do you see me?
Do you see me,
ancestors?
grandma?
I'm doing it
I'm
for
doing
us.
the damn thing.
I'm doing the
I'm
damn
still
thing.
doing it.
Yeah. So,
Well, you don't even realize how weird it really is until you go outside of Utah and you talk to other people,
totally.
and you're like, oh, that actually is freaking strange.
Totally. But now what's
stuff.
funny is that now I've like gone the other way, where like now if I'm out of state and people like start shit talking Mormons, I'm like, those are my people.
Right.
Like, those are I can, but you can't. Okay.
It's like when you make fun of your sister. Like, I can do it.
100%.
You can't do
like,
it.
I feel very defensive of like people. Like, and when people are like, well, you don't know that. I'm like, no, nobody knows the bad better than me. Okay.
Totally.
I'm not defending that. I'm saying that there are really amazing, kind,
people,
wonderful people that are within that community.
Yeah.
That is what all they want to do is be good.
Yeah.
That's what they want to do.
I really respect that, because I think it's really easy for people who are ex-Mormons to bash and kind of categorize everyone in the same category.
Oh, 100%.
When we're all just people trying our best.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I had a effed up bishop. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say every bishop is effed up.
Well, and that's the thing, is that everybody is operating, and this is what I talked about in my Q&A when I said that I left the church. Everybody is operating with the amount of information that they have access to. Like, and just because you have access to other information, you don't get to be angry at people who have chosen not to access that information.
Yeah.
Like, that's a choice that they made, and they have like, there's like, I would never want somebody to be like, oh, I can't be friends with her because she's ex-Mormon. So I will like, so in the spirit of that, I will never put energy out there that's like, well, I would never be friends with you if you're Mormon.
Totally.
Like, that's just not the vibe.
Dumb.
It's not the vibe.
It's dumb.
Yeah.
Okay. You also had another really big life change.
Yes.
You're divorced now.
Yes, I am divorced.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
You're good?
I'm good. Yeah. I really am. Huh?
You got married at what age?
23.
So, are you 30 now?
29.
29.
Yeah. There's a good little chunk.
Yeah. But you're about to be 30, flirty, and thriving.
I'm about to be 30. I literally cannot wait to be 30.
Like, what is in store for 30, Maddie?
I don't know, but I really have entered this new era with like a levity that like I didn't know existed.
I love
like
that.
I just feel like so like seriously like being turning 30 feels like the funnest thing in the world to me.
I'm pumped for it.
Like when's your birthday?
Well, I'm only 27, so I got a hot second.
Well, when's your birthday?
January 3rd. 1996.
So are you
My social security
what are you,
card.
Capricorn?
Yeah, I'm a Capricorn.
Okay, cool.
What are you?
A Libra.
Libra. Okay.
So I'll be 30 in October. But like life feels really light right now.
Yeah.
Like it feels really like I'm just kind of I'm on my own, and like I kind of have shed like all of these things that have been stressors for me. And like I'm not even just saying that about divorce, like even just other like, work obligations or other relationships or social pressures that I put on myself. Like I've just shed all of it, and I'm just like
you're doing what you want to do.
Prancing. I'm like prancing through life.
We love a good prance.
Yeah. But like I stopped going to a lot of social things that were really stressing me out. A lot of like influencer events or things like that. Like I finally was like, I don't like how I feel.
Yeah.
I don't like how I feel when I do that. I'm not going to do it anymore. And that's kind of how I've done life since being on my own, is that like, if there's an inkling that like, it doesn't make me feel good, I won't do it.
Well, thanks for being here then.
Yeah. No, it's true. No, but it's true. I say no to more podcasts. Yeah. I say no to more stuff. Like, and I know that's kind of like make no a complete sentence, girl. Like, whatever.
You're doing what you're protecting your space.
Yes, I'm protecting my peace.
Yeah.
But really, I do feel that way. And I really like being on my own.
Do you?
Yeah.
What's like a normal day for Maddie?
A normal day, I'll wake up. I do like really slow mornings. So I like really take my time. I like make food. I make my coffee. I like grind my own beans.
So you're a breakfast girl.
Oh yeah. I like grind my beans and shit like that.
Oh, wow.
Like I'm like getting deep. I like heat water up on a kettle.
Those ancestors are damn
They
proud.
are loving it.
They're living for this, girl.
So I'll do that. I'll do like a really slow morning. I'll usually go work out. I'll probably take like calls that I have, emails, stuff like that. I usually try to work on, this is like a productive day for me. So like emails, calls, and then like on a recording day, I'll record. Usually it'll take me like 2 or 3 hours to record and edit. I'll make social assets for it. I'll send it off. I'll record my ads. And then at night I'll either like go play, I like play Scrabble with my parents like every night.
Wait,
So I'll go over there, I'll get
cute.
dinner with my parents and go play Scrabble, or I'll like go over to a friend's, you know, stuff like that.
Yes. Let's talk about friends in like quotes.
Quote unquote.
Do you have like any like boys that are friends?
Oh, I thought you were going to ask about my girlfriends because everyone thinks I'm dating my girlfriends.
Oh, we can talk about that too.
Which is fine.
Are you bi?
I'm not bi.
You said that in your Q&A, so we got
I know.
that too.
I do like just, it's tragic, but I'm not bi. But yeah, people are always like, she really likes her friends. I'm like, yeah, if you knew them, you would too.
But also, friends are great.
Well,
you
and
need
also
to have that girl energy.
going through a divorce and having your friends, like Kelsey Ballerini just said this in her Call Her Daddy episode. Like she starts sobbing talking about her girlfriends. And I feel the same way. Like having your friends who have stuck by you through a horrible experience.
For
like
sure.
You have a love for your girlfriends like never before. And that's how I feel now. Like my core girlfriends, like I'm like, I would date you just to be with you all the time.
Right. But
like we don't have to touch each other, but like if marrying you means I never have to leave your side, sure.
Yeah.
Because like it's a relationship that my friendships are unlike any other friendships that I've ever had in my life. My friendships now, I cherish them beyond.
How soon, like the friends that we're talking about, how long have you guys been friends?
So like I have two friends from high school that are my oldest friends. And one of them is Kylie, who's like my very best friend, maid of honor. Like she's been my best friend since
She's been through it all with you.
like probably 13 or 14. And then Lucy, like my group message that I talk to every day is Lucy, Chloe, and Ash. I always am like Ash with the red hair. Everybody knows who I'm talking about. Chloe's the artist. They're like my core girls that I talk to every day. Meg, who does post accessories.
Yeah.
I talk to her probably every day. We Marco Polo like every day. And then I would consider Wes one of my best friends. And I feel like I'm forgetting somebody.
You're all getting shout outs. And if you don't get one, like that's so awkward.
I know. I'm like literally trying to think. I mean, I have like other friends who I like for sure talk.
Like you have acquaintances, but like the close friends that.
Oh my gosh. I'm so stressed that I forgot somebody.
I'm sure you didn't. And if you did, they'll let you know. They'll tell you.
Anyway, I think I'm thinking of my other high school friend who's Austin. She's another friend that I've had forever. But but
friendship's important.
Friendship's everything.
Everything. Are you dating?
Yeah.
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 What's that dating life like? What's it like to be married for almost 6 years, kissing the same person with that one person all the time? You don't really know anything different.
Yeah.
And then now you have this like freedom to just
it's pretty wild. And I feel like I kind of snapped into it pretty quick. Like I was like amped up. Like I was
get
like
over
ready.
Someone. You need to get under someone. That's what they say.
That is true. But I didn't even feel like I felt pretty at peace with everything before start. Like I wasn't like, okay, I'm lonely. I gotta hook up with somebody because I'm like really lonely. Like I was really like the month of December, like I wrote in my journal, it was December 1st. Like I was like, I am the most unhappy I've ever been. Oh. Like I was like so deeply sad and unwell. Like I was like, this will never end. And then January 1st, I was like, I am the happiest I've ever been. I mean, I don't think I said I'm the happiest I've ever been.
2023 Maddie.
But I did have like kind of this moment like I shouldn't say moment. It was like this process through the month of December where I was like really doing like some nitty gritty like shit, like to try and figure out what was going on in myself. And then when January came around, I was like, oh, I'm ready to roll. Yeah. Like I'm ready. So I got on the apps.
Which app is your favorite?
I got on Hinge.
Hinge. Yeah. Is Hinge like the good one now?
Hinge is like the least creepy one.
Okay. Cause I met Caleb on Tinder. So.
Okay. Yeah. Tinder I think is like.
Tinder's like, let's have sex and never talk again.
Hinge is like a social media. Like it feels like kind of more like Instagram because you like answer questions and there's like there's more of a profile. So it's like you see like their sign and their spirituality.
It's not just their height, their weight, and their face.
Like their and other details. No. So it felt like more normal. But yeah,
Are you having fun?
I am having like I don't want to overstate.
You don't overstate.
Like I don't want to be, but it's like it's so much fun.
Yeah.
Like it's really, really fun. And like, that's what, like when I say that like life feels really light, like dating feels really light too, because I just don't do stuff that makes me feel bad. Yeah. Like I just don't hang out with people who make me feel bad. I don't go on dates that make me feel weird. Like if I was in my early 20s and I got asked on a date by a random person, if I got a bad feeling, I would be like, well, I should still give him a chance. Yeah. Like I should like maybe he's nice. I'm trying to get that ring. Like, let's just, now I'm like, no, if you like don't meet one of my qualifications, then like,
Yeah, you know what you want.
I'm bored.
Like, why are you wasting your time?
Well, yeah. And I'm like, I can do this on my own. I'm not scared of being alone.
Yeah.
And so like, if I'm alone forever, if I'm the single aunt with a random podcast for the rest of my life, I'll be sliving.
You'll be rich. So
Yeah. Like I will have no problem with that. And I think that's what's made dating fun. Yeah. Because I'm like, this is fully just an addition to my life.
Well, and I think your listeners are probably excited for when you feel comfortable enough to share stories of dating and like get to hear this new side of you. Well, I had life.
Well, people are like, tell us about all the bad dates. And I'm like, well, I feel like I'm so picky about who I hang out with now that I'm like,
you don't have a lot of bad dates.
I don't want to have any bad dates.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like but maybe I should do them for the content.
Maybe you should go on Tinder just for content.
It's honestly not a bad idea.
And just like see what happens.
It's not a bad idea.
Do you want to get married again?
Do I want to get married again? Yeah. I think I would. I definitely don't feel like it's a necessity. I don't feel like it's like, I feel more strongly about having kids than about getting married. Yeah. Like my hunger would be like, oh, I want a baby, and not like,
you said before we get done, you're like, you're pregnant. I want to be pregnant right now.
Yeah, no, literally. I'm like, it's weird. It's like, I've never been more baby hungry in my life, like than I am right now.
Well, maybe you could just get knocked up on Tinder.
Oh, I've told people that like, I'm going to a sperm bank. Like if I've got no prospects by 30, I'm sperm banking.
30 is like in a couple. Well, it's not even. It's less than a year away.
Yeah, it's like 8 months away. So if I have no prospects by 30, I actually think I said 35.
Okay,
I think I said 35. 30
is
young.
close.
No, but I would love to be a little sperm bank mom. It'd be funny.
That'd be amazing.
How funny would that be?
You would thrive.
Yeah,
you would thrive.
But like, I don't feel resistant to marriage, but I'm definitely not like, oh, I want
to get married
again. I gotta get married again. I did the I gotta get married thing like when in my early 20s, and now I'm like vibing.
Well, I think it also helps that you're like, you got a career, you're established, you know.
Oh yeah.
Like if I were to get a divorce, I kind of talked about this in solo before, like that's why I started this podcast. I'm like, what do I do?
Yeah.
Just go get married again?
It's actually really, I mean, I've realized that like that a lot of, I mean, it's a real issue.
Especially here.
Yeah. That like a lot of women feel like they're stuck in something because they're like, how am I gonna support or make money, or like, what am I gonna do? Like, you know, things like that. And I just like, I just am like, start a podcast, start anything.
Do something
like
do
you
something
can
you
do it.
love.
Yeah. Do something you love. Like it's probably why everybody thinks I'm a lesbian, because I'm like so obsessed with women, but I'm like, I literally think that women should be running everything. And like,
we're better than everyone.
Any woman could go out there and get any job, and they'd be 5 million times more qualified than the guy who has it right now.
Agreed.
So anyway,
we love women.
They're
the best.
Just not the anatomy.
Not in that way.
Just not like, you know,
not sexually.
Not sexually.
Yeah. What advice would you give Maddie 5 years ago?
Oh.
Or actually, let's do 6 years ago.
6 years ago. Okay. Oh, guys.
Because you got married 6 years ago.
I got married, so like pre-marriage. What would I tell myself?
Yeah.
I would tell myself to not be afraid to be alone. Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
I would tell myself not to be afraid to be alone. It was just such a fear of mine. It was such a fear of mine until this year, like until it happened. Like I just thought that being alone was the worst thing to be. Like I thought that it was not, I thought that there was no happiness in being scared, like lonely, cold, dark.
Yeah. Just depressing as hell.
Like I just thought, and like, I really like, I don't think I have ever liked myself more. Like ever in my whole life. Like even when I was a kid, like I don't think that, because I think I was always like, I was just always looking for somebody to tell me good job.
Yeah.
You know, I was always looking for somebody to tell me that I did it right.
The validation.
Yeah. The validation, like every single step of the way. And like the church was a huge part of that. That was very validating, you know, to be considered like a good girl or a good Mormon or a good, you know, all of these things. I have been looking at everybody outside of me for my entire life until literally like 4 months ago. And so 5 years ago or 6 years ago, I mean, I wish I could tell her that. Wish I could tell her to like, you know, stop looking for other people to tell you that you're doing good. I mean, and then I would say like, I would say that I would tell her that she knows what she wants to do and she knows what she could do. And it's okay if it looks weird to other people. And that's kind of what I had to tell myself when I started the podcast, because I was like, this looks weird to people. Like people are going to be like, why are you starting a podcast? Like, yeah, why are you doing that? Like, what is that? Like, but I knew somewhere inside of me, like no, I can be good at this. Like, I know I can be. And I think I probably thought that 6 years ago, but I was too worried about what people would say if I did it. So I would just say, like, listen to that, like, listen to what you know you're good at, or like what you really want to do. And then stop looking for other people to tell you that you're doing things right.
I love it.
It's a long answer.
No, that's a great answer.
Sorry.
And it resonates with me.
Yeah.
So I love it. And I think it resonates with a lot of people.
Yeah. It's hard to be a woman.
It's hard.
It's hard. We're always looking for the other people.
We're always looking for validation.
Oh yeah.
Like with everything we do.
And it's delicious, and I still want it all the time.
That's why Instagram is so addicting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you're thriving on those likes.
Yeah.
And those
it's
comments.
why relationships are addicting. It's why like men are addicting. It's why like, because getting like validated, it's why like religion is addicting.
Yeah.
Like all of these things that we just, I don't know. And I think again, I'm like a broken record, but just the kind of the like the shackles of that, not feeling like I have those anymore. And feeling like, like I remember the girl who gives me facials, who's literally the most amazing. Her name is Brisa.
She's like, can you shut up? I'm rubbing your face.
No, she's like, she told me this. She said, there's a lot of freedom in disappointing people.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, yeah,
that hits me.
yeah. I feel like I've disappointed more people in the last year than I ever have in my entire life. And I've never been happier. Never been happier.
You're the person that matters.
Well, yeah.
Like
and I'm
what
like,
you think.
and like, if me being me is disappointing to people, then like at what cost am I winning your approval?
Totally.
You know what I mean?
No, totally.
And it was myself. I mean, that's why I'm a Kelsey Ballerini stan right now.
Yeah. Which we're going to talk about her interview with Claudia Daddy and Pop Culture Trash. Cause
it's good.
She went for it.
She went for it.
Well, thanks for dumpster deep diving.
Oh my gosh, you're welcome.
That was
I
amazing.
hope to give you a little insight into
I'm obsessed with you more
my
than I already was.
my soul.
No, it was great. It was great. Before we get into personal trash, I have an ad, which Maddie's been trying to teach me all about ads.
Get that money.
I'm like, how do I get rich? Okay, but this is sponsored by Spearmint Love. They are a baby retail store, and I have been following them since I had my first Bentley. They have the cutest stuff. Their boutique always has the newest, cutest things, and they're also bomb at content. They're always posting the cutest things on their Instagram, so make sure you follow them on Instagram. Their Instagram name is Spearmint Baby, but they have their own clothing line, Spearmint Love. They got pacifiers, teethers, beanies. You need it, they got it. And they have given me a code for 25% off, which they say they don't usually do, which they might have just been saying that to flatter me. I don't know. But you can use code WeeklyTrash for 25% off. SpearmintLove.com/weeklytrash. You can also go there. And also, I have a giveaway with them right now on Instagram. Go ahead and enter. We're giving away a $500 gift card to Spearmint Love and some Weekly Trash merch. So you don't want to miss it. Thank you, Spearmint Love. I love you so much. Okay, personal trash.
Yes.
What's happened to you this week?
Oh.
What a week to ask.
What has happened to me this week? Okay, wait. What day of the week is it? Thursday?
It's Thursday. So anything from like, it could even started last week on Monday.
Last week on Monday. Okay.
So really, like, what happened to you this
Hold on. Let me look at my I literally need to look at my calendar.
I always have to look at my camera roll, and that's how I know.
Or my Instagram story.
Yeah, I always do that. And that
okay,
gives me a good idea.
did. Okay, it was the Super Bowl.
Yes, we had Super Bowl.
That was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I did a little vision board night with the girls.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. We avoided the Super Bowl and we did a little vision board.
Okay, what was on your vision board?
I made it. So we did like these little journals and I made it literally one page in and then I got tired. But basically it was all like career stuff
driven,
like trying to get I've got some career goals, some financial goals, some like big purchases I'm trying to make.
Can you share one of your big purchases?
Well, like I want to get my dream car for my 30th birthday.
What is it?
Well, I love Broncos right now.
Oh, the Ford Broncos are sick.
They're so sick. But like my dream car, like since I was like in high school, it feels like I need to like honor that, which was like a G-Wagon.
I was praying you said that. I was praying.
I know they're kind of like
G-Class.
Yeah, like maybe they're lame now, but like I wanted it when I was 12. It was the only dream car I cared about.
That's my dream car as well. I almost actually bought one.
Did you?
Caleb teased me and made me think I was getting one.
That's actually so rude.
No, it was like really fucking rude.
Okay, and then I had so on the morning of Valentine's Day, I had therapy.
That's a really good date.
It was good. And then I had a date that night.
Was it a one-time date, a recurring date?
It was a recurring date.
On Valentine's Day. That's like a big step.
I can't believe I'm talking about this.
No, I'm thrilled. Did he give you flowers? Was there chocolate?
He brought me flowers. He brought me chocolate.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was a
Where'd
good
you
date.
guys go to dinner?
I cooked.
Oh, that's so romantic.
It was pretty
What'd you
romantic.
cook? Pasta? Did you do like the whole Lady in the Tramp or
We
whatever?
didn't do that, but I did make pasta.
Okay.
Rigatoni alla vodka with chicken.
Ooh. With a little spateca. What's that thing?
Spagliato?
Spagliato in it.
I wish.
I know I don't know alcohol.
Okay, and then I actually did something really fun this last Sunday. So these two girls, they sent me a PowerPoint of why they think that we should all be best friends. They're these two
That's
girls.
hilarious.
They go to the U, and they had made this PowerPoint. And it was like the funniest thing I had ever
incredible.
seen. They did a full like college level like formatted presentation on
That's
why
amazing.
we all needed to be friends. And so then at the end of it, they were like, and this is us proposing that like we all hang out. And I'm like, I got to take these bitches to brunch.
Obviously.
So I made a reservation at this place in Salt Lake, and I sent it to him, and I was like, see you there. Like, I'm taking you guys to brunch.
Oh, I bet they were
So I took these
freaking
two
thrilled.
girls. They were so cute. Lucy and Ashton. They were on, it was honestly a great time. They were
I bet.
And I knew that but like, I never do stuff like that. Like I
Yeah.
would never like just take them randomly.
But this is a new Maddie.
But this is a new me, and we're sliving.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me take you guys to brunch. So I went to brunch with them on Sunday, and it was so fun.
Well, shout out to them. That's
I know. Shout out to
genius.
them. It was genius.
Shoot your shot with the people you love.
That's the
Just
thing.
Make a PowerPoint.
Well, people have done that before, that they've been like, they're like, just shooting my shot. I'm wondering if you'll hire me. And I'm like, yeah, of course.
Well, you miss 100% of the shots
shot.
you don't take.
That's what Michael Scott says that Wayne Gretzky said.
Right? Are you an office girl?
Yeah.
Same.
I know. Don't talk about it. It's embarrassing.
No, it's fine.
And then this week, I had a call. Who did I have a call with yesterday? Oh, I had a call with a graphic designer.
Oh.
And also we had a huge snow day.
Yep. We had the worst snow in the world. My house is living proof.
No, literally driving into your neighborhood, it shocked me.
No, I don't have a door. I don't have a front door.
It would shock the nation if they knew.
No, I tried to get it out there. I tried to tell the nation.
It was something else. It was probably 30 feet tall.
No, it was 29 inches yesterday morning.
Okay, but after they plowed those piles of snow, they're probably 15 feet, don't you think?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, it's gotta be.
It's insane. We were snowed in yesterday. My husband drives a truck, so he was
Okay.
able to leave. So he
Okay.
left me at home with the kiddos.
Oh, that's
super
nice.
cool. And he went out. I was stuck at home,
Yeah.
couldn't leave. And it was miserable. It was pretty rough.
Yeah.
And then this morning, we didn't have plows at our house until this morning at 4 a.m.
What?
So we physically I could not leave my house.
What?
And then this morning I was just praying. I'm like, I have people coming over tomorrow. Like this shit needs to be plowed.
What?
And it was plowed, but I don't have a front door, so you had to go through my garage.
I know.
But
And you were like,
it's-
don't look at my garage. It was like the most normal garage I've ever seen in my life.
There's so much dog hair, and you like cats, right? So do you hate
I
dogs?
do like cats. No.
Okay.
I like cats
I feel
and I
like
like
people
dogs.
who like cats hate dogs. So
No, we're not
I was
about
like,
that.
shit,
We're not about
Maddie's
picking
really gonna hate
sides
my
here,
dogs.
Joe.
That's true.
No,
We don't
no.
put people in a box.
Yeah, gosh, bitch. No,
First
Just kidding.
softball, now cats. Like, fuck.
No, I like animals. I just live in an apartment, and I would probably get a cat. I just like haven't yet.
Maybe start with a fish.
We'll start with a fish, and like also I'm not home like ever. Like
Yeah.
I'm home in the morning and at night, but like I'm usually out and about and like running around. And like
Yeah.
I just feel bad for animals that are
know.
in homes with nobody there.
As my dogs are in the garage, just chilling.
As Josie's never home.
I'm, like,
No, but you have
abandoning
kids.
my
They probably
dogs.
love like being around kids and stuff, don't they?
Yeah. Well, it was in a relationship that gradually grew.
Yeah.
They were spoiled dogs
Uh-huh.
before, and then they had to realize that mommy has other humans, and
Needs.
it was hard for them.
What's this baby in there?
It's a boy. He's a boy. His name's Banks.
What are your other kids' names?
Bentley. She's a girl.
Mhm.
Brooks is a boy. Don't even get me started. I know they're all bees.
What? I think that's fine.
It wasn't planned. It just kind of happened, and at this point,
Well,
we're
it was
going with
definitely
it.
planned.
Well, I planned Bentley. I planned Bentley, and then Brooks was my son.
Uh-huh.
And we're actually going to kind of talk about in personal trash because my husband's huge in golf. Are you watching Full Swing
Yes.
on Netflix? Okay.
I literally became a golf girly about 72 hours ago.
Yeah, no, same.
Yeah.
So my husband loves golf.
Okay.
He loves all the golfers, and one of them is Brooks.
Yep.
And he's always really liked that name, even though he's the biggest dick out of all
No, he
of them.
has rancid vibes.
No, trust me. I made
Yeah,
a whole note of it.
Yeah, he's
on here.
bad. He's
yeah,
bad.
well, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
But I was like, I don't really like that name because I don't want to do two B's. But the other name we had planned for a boy was Ford. And I was like, okay, so we're going to have two car names or two B names. And it put me in a pickle. And
Wait, is Brooks a car name?
no, Ford. Ford's the
Oh,
car.
so for number 2, you were thinking Ford, not this baby.
Yeah, not this
okay.
baby.
Yeah, Bentley and Ford.
Yeah, I was like, okay, what's the next one going to be? Chevy?
Toyota. Yeah.
So I was like, okay, what do we do here?
Yeah.
We could not agree on a name. We could not agree. I didn't hate Brooks. I just didn't want to do 2 B's because I come from all J's. So
Okay.
I was like, I don't want to do this.
How many siblings do you have?
I just have one, but my mom and my dad are J's. So it's Jim, Janice, Julia, and Josie. Josette is my full name.
Oh, sexy.
So, very, very sexy. It's very French.
It is.
And so
What's your maiden name?
Svensson, Danish.
Oh.
Josette Rose Svensson.
My middle name is Rose.
Shut the fuck up. We are
I'm serious.
twins.
Yeah.
Oh
Crazy.
my gosh, yeah.
Sorry, I feel like I'm cutting you off a lot. I just really am interested
I'm the
in
queen
this.
of cutting off. People always tell me it's like I need to stop, but that's just how I have conversation.
Well, it's like when a girlfriend comes over. You get excited. Somebody said that
Exactly.
in a review of mine. They were like, I get it. The girlfriends are coming over. I'm like, no, that's how I feel.
No, and I appreciate when people cut me off because a lot of the times I don't know where the fuck I'm going with my sentence.
You're like, could you quit this?
So I'm like, can you chime in so I can then like take
That's
a step
so
back
funny.
and be like, oh yeah, that's where I was going with
Yeah.
this. So no, I fully appreciate it.
Okay,
Continue.
perfect.
Where was I going? Oh yeah, Brooks. So when we gave birth, I gave birth. Caleb did nothing in that
No.
scenario.
Well, he did something for like 15 seconds.
Yeah, and he enjoyed every minute.
Yeah.
Every second. And so at the hospital, I was like, fine, it's Brooks. And he was thrilled.
Yeah.
And then with this next one, it was like, do I stay with B's? Do I go an opposite
Yeah.
route?
Because now it's like,
Well, and I always wanted 4 kids, but now
Okay.
I'm very set that this is going to be my last.
this is last. Okay.
I mean, I'm 90% sure. And I'm like, if this is my last, I can't name him Harold. And then I have Bentley,
Yeah.
Brooks, and Harold.
I mean, you can't name him Harold for a lot of reasons.
Exactly. But I was like, I don't know what to do. And I loved the name Banks. I've always liked it.
Banks is cute.
And my daughter heard it and she called him Baby Banks and I was fucking sold. So
Banks is also, I mean, I love it for a boy. I also love it for a girl.
yeah. And all
Cute
my
girl name.
names are kind of like gender neutrally.
Yeah.
Bentley, Brooks, and Banks. So Baby Banks.
Do you have a middle name?
It's going to be Caleb. It doesn't go very well together, but
That's fine.
since this is our last.
What are the others' middle names?
Brooks' middle name is Wayne after
Okay.
Caleb's grandpa,
Cute.
which is a horrible first name, but a great middle name.
I think Wayne is great.
I always just think of the movie.
Wayne's World?
Wayne's World. That's what
Yeah.
I think of. The
Yeah.
hair, the crazy hair.
And then what's Bentley's middle name?
Rose.
Oh
Bentley Rose.
my gosh.
Brooks Wayne.
I'm going to name my
Brooks
sperm
Caleb.
bank baby Rose.
I think it's a beautiful name.
It really is.
Beautiful
It's a
name.
great middle name.
It's just stunning.
Yeah, it is. It's stunning.
But no, so I'm watching Full Swing. That's my personal trash is the whole Full Swing
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
And I was making a joke because we were watching and I was like, Jordan Spieth was on and the other guy. And I'm like, these guys look like the biggest douchebags I've ever seen in my entire
100%.
life. And I was going off saying how they're probably the biggest assholes or a bunch of spoiled brats.
And then
And then I see
and then
Brooks.
Joel. Oh,
Well, yeah, that too. But Caleb was like, they're so nice. So I actually Google it. I'm like, who are the nicest people in the PGA or live?
yeah.
And Tony Finau is
Oh, yeah.
obviously
And
number
he's
one.
from here.
His episode. Have you gotten to his episode yet? I cried.
I know. I
love this man.
I know.
And when they would say things like his family's a distraction, I'm like, screw you. Like his family's cheerleaders.
Yeah. I love Joel Damon.
He was a sweetheart.
What a sweetheart.
When he cried about like his mom.
I know.
And him and his wife just are the realest.
They're the realest. And I feel like there's another one and now I can't remember who it is, but he has like a really normal wife. And I just really appreciated the normalcy that she was giving. They were like eating ice cream, like walking down the street.
Oh.
Do you know who I'm talking
no.
about?
Wait, maybe I spaced out that part of the episode.
I don't know, but I was watching it with a guy and I said Rory McIlroy.
Okay. Yeah,
And he
yeah.
was like, that's so offensive that you don't know his name. And I'm like, how would I ever know this
you don't
guy's
watch
name?
golf?
And you know what? He freaks me out. Rory.
Yeah.
He's a little intense.
Yeah. Honestly, the golfing world is just not where I would want my spouse to be. It's interesting.
Yeah, it is weird, but I'm trying to be a golf girly
Okay.
just for the aesthetic. I don't want to participate,
Yeah.
but I'm trying to like get like a cute outfit.
Cute skirt.
Like cute skirt, like cute, like tight, like white skirt with like cute white sneakers and
Totes.
like a golf vibe hoodie.
Yeah.
And like I'm trying to like
Visor.
maybe a visor. I'm trying to like sit in a golf cart like with a drink and a book
Yeah. So, and just watch them golf.
and just watch them golf.
Yeah.
Like that's like kind of the vibe I'm
Yeah.
trying to have.
Oh, I see that for you.
Yeah. Do you see it for me?
Yeah. My husband's a golfer and
Okay.
we're going to Mexico and there's a golf course and that's my plan.
Okay.
Just to
Are you
like,
doing a
do
little
that.
baby moon?
Yeah. It's a little baby.
Where are you going?
Cancun.
Where in Cancun? A resort?
A Cancun resort.
Well, do you know what
I
it's
don't-
called?
Secrets. I've stayed at a Secrets before.
I know. I have too. What is
This
it?
is the one with the golf course. There's
Okay, but
only
what's
one.
the name? Secrets something.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Okay, well,
I didn't really.
I might be
look
where
into
I'm
it.
trying to do an all-inclusive immediately.
Oh, all-inclusive resorts
Are the way to go.
are amazing.
Yeah.
Maybe one day when I'm a billionaire, I'll look
But you
back
can't
and be
get drunk.
like, ugh, I know.
Well,
So
you could.
I
I mean, he's probably far enough along. I mean, how
he's
far
good.
along is
Back
he?
in the day, they would
Wait,
smoke
when
cigarettes.
when are you due?
June 2nd.
Oh, you're
So
pretty
almost,
close.
I'm 25 weeks. I'm almost in third trimester.
Wowza.
Yeah.
My friends having babies is like the joy of my life.
But you get to be like the fun friend aunt.
It's just like there's something about the babies. I think I've got babies on the brain.
Are you going to try to get into one of their births?
Oh, I haven't even thought about that.
You
Yeah.
should try.
I bet somebody
Like-
I bet one of my friends would let me.
Let me just help with like the video.
I mean, Meg's on number 4. She's probably like she's
at
she's
that
selling
point-
tickets at this point.
At that point, you're like, welcome to the peanut gallery. Let's hang out. Let's
I
do
should
a thing."
ask her. if
No,
I
you
can
really
be
should.
real.
No, you should.
Oh, that is so funny.
But yeah, the full swing show, I've decided that the bigger the receding hairline, the better the golfer.
Oh, is that true?
That's what I've noticed.
Oh,
That's what I've
okay.
noticed. So
Okay. I like that.
that was my takeaway. Also, I'm obsessed with kiwi now.
Good
Do you
fruit.
Like, do you like kiwi?
Can't say I ever search it out, but I appreciate a kiwi when I find one.
It's just a really annoying to make. And when I say make, I mean cut.
Like that
Like,
kiwi recipe sucks. I'm not on a fruit thing right now, but I did make a banana bread the other day that
Oh.
literally almost made me orgasm.
No, banana bread is bomb. Banana chocolate chip muffins.
The reason I'm
The
alive.
moist.
What about the crispy top of a blueberry muffin?
Oh, if you get it just right, so with a little crumbling on it.
I'm uncomfortable with how horny I am thinking
No,
about it.
food is sexual for me.
Yeah, it is sexual. But yeah, kiwis are good. Kiwis are good.
Everyone's saying golden kiwis. I've never tried them. Have you
never
tried a
had
golden
them.
kiwi?
I would go for a mango normally.
I don't like mangoes.
Weird.
I don't like watery fruits.
That's weird because you just said you love kiwi. So
But like kiwi is like kind of like a grape.
I will say the texture of the outside of a kiwi makes my butthole itch.
Oh,
Like I don't like
even
it.
if like when I'm cutting it up,
No.
it's a little creepy.
No, it's like a hairy testicle.
Yeah, no, they literally look like testicles.
And like the wiry weird hair. It's not good. Yeah.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah. But congrats on the kiwi.
Thanks.
I'm happy for you. Are
Thanks.
you putting
I'm
them in smoothies or are you eating them with
I'm
a
just
spoon?
eating them raw.
I will say the plus side of a kiwi, no pit
Facts.
and no seeds. Well,
Facts.
seeds, but you can eat them.
Oh yeah.
So it's not a bad
I
choice.
eat them and then they go in my poop.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I've known I'm eating a lot of kiwi. Like, interesting.
Yeah, I don't shit normally.
You don't?
I go weeks.
Okay, you need to get do you have like a brand deal with like a greens company?
I do. Well, and I take like probiotics and stuff, but like this last week, so today's Thursday, I took a shit on Tuesday, but before then I hadn't gone since the last Tuesday.
You're kidding.
No, I'm clenched.
I used to be
Clenched.
like that.
Yeah.
I used to be like that. I don't know what happened. Now it's like logs.
Oh, congrats.
It's beautiful.
I'm really happy for you.
It's really beautiful. It's like
Yeah.
every time I go, I lose 10 pounds.
Oh,
But not
jealous.
really though,
Yeah.
because
so I've started like taking Miralax in my morning coffee.
hey, you do what you got to do.
When you told me, when I was like, do you want a coffee? And you're like, no, I'll shit my pants. I'm like, I've never had that problem ever.
Oh, even if I smell coffee,
Really?
like my butthole's
Oh.
like loosening up.
I'm so happy for you. Really.
Yeah.
That's so healthy and good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. I love talking about my poop.
I really do. So
Okay. Pop culture trash.
yes.
We're going to start with Jen Shaw starts her sentence. Did you watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake
Yeah,
City?
I watched it and I obviously love Heather as we all do.
Okay, I didn't like her this season though.
Oh, really?
Well, because she was so team Jen and Jen's really
I
screwed
know, but
up.
she's talked about it now. Have you seen the stuff she's talked about now?
Yeah, now.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, where was that energy?
Yeah, I get that.
That's
I get
my
that.
only thing.
The energy was not there, but I've tried to like keep my finger on the pulse of Housewives of Salt Lake because I feel like it's my culture.
No, totally.
That's
It hits a little close to home.
maybe that's my next career goal.
Be a housewife.
Yeah, I gotta lose a little weight, got a few more
Hey.
million, and get some plastic surgery. But I think I could be a good
I think
one.
you'd be great. You have to be willing to like throw tables and like
I'll throw a table.
be a little wild. It would be good for the podcast.
It would be good for the.
But at that point, you don't even need a podcast if you're just like a successful
I know.
housewife.
I wonder how much they make.
But actually,
Mm-hmm.
almost every housewife does start a podcast.
That's true. They are
So
all.
they must not be
so
making
maybe
that much
I
money.
should go I could reverse it.
Yeah.
I could start a podcast and then get on.
Yeah.
Daddy Andy, if you're listening.
Andy Cohen, we love that man.
Yeah.
But her jail is nothing but fancy from what page 6 is saying.
Really.
She's going to have to wake up every morning at 6 a.m. and brush her teeth, brush her hair, clean herself.
Uh-oh.
She's not allowed to have any jewelry other than a wedding ring or a religious item, but it's can only be worth $100.
Okay.
which, you know, might not be too hard for her since they found out half her stuff is fake, but who knows?
Okay. Love it for her.
But I'm very interested to see how this sentence goes for her.
Yeah. See how she comes out on the other side. I'm wondering how long she'll serve, because I feel like it's not typical that they serve their full sentence.
Service. Yeah. The full
What is
time.
it? 6 years?
Yeah. It's 6 years. And I don't know. She's also like 50, almost 50.
That's pretty young.
That's pretty young. So I feel like she's
Is
very
her
much
husband
capable.
is her husband sticking around, or what's his vibe?
Seems like it. Seems like it.
What would you do?
If my husband went to jail,
6
it
years.
depends what he's going to jail for.
Same thing that Jen's going for.
We'd be separated.
Well, obviously he'd be in prison.
Yeah, but like sexually.
Yeah, obviously.
I would be like, yeah, we'll be married when you get back. But
oh, like you're taking a hiatus.
like I'm gonna take a 6 year.
You're taking some
break.
PTO.
And if I end up finding another lover, well,
He's gonna have to deal with that.
That's the consequence of you breaking the law.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, that's what about you?
Yeah, I would probably. Yeah, I feel like that's a good way to go.
Like, I feel like it's only fair. Like, he might be getting fucked up the asshole while he's in jail. So
he might find a new lover. He might find his soulmate.
We really don't know.
You really don't.
So I think it's just fair for both of us to focus on ourselves.
It's like the ultimate, like focus on yourself time, going to prison.
Yeah. Like you have your me time. You think about what you've done.
That's what it is. It's the ultimate me time.
Yeah.
Somebody tell Jen that. Be like, look on the bright side. You got so much me time.
So much me time. You get to focus on yourself.
Yeah.
You get to be as selfish as you want to be.
Funny.
Harry Styles drinks out of a shoe. Have you seen this?
No.
He's in Australia, and they have like this big thing where it's a tradition where they drink out of a shoe. They call it a shoey.
Okay.
So he pulls out his shoe and gets a beverage, pours it in there, and starts chugging it. And when I saw this, maybe it's because I'm pregnant. Like, I actually want to barf. Like, I actually want to vomit.
I mean, I feel totally fine about that.
Oh, something about it, like a stinky shoe.
Yeah, he's
sweating. He's on stage. Like, that shoe is not fresh.
The more I think about it, I don't like it at all.
That shoe is not fresh. We don't know how much of that is sweat and how much of that is liquor.
That's true.
It makes me uncomfortable.
Okay, you're right. Now I hate it.
It makes me uncomfortable.
I recently started hating it.
So, but he did it, and all the fans went crazy for it. So, just curious if anybody else has ever done a shoey.
Okay, where are you at on Harry Styles, in general right now?
I think he's the sexiest man in the world, but I'm also very into masculine men. Mm-hmm. Like, chuck me some wood, or not chuck me some wood, chop some wood.
Yeah.
Chuck me a man on a bed.
Right. Like, you're
wood.
looking for who looks like Republican.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I definitely think I'm more a conservative Republican vibe.
I know. You know what I hate is that I love Republican looking men, but I need them to be raging feminists.
You need to be obsessed with all things women.
Yeah, I need you to but I need you to look really Republican.
Yeah, you have to be the man that sticks up for me when a bear comes.
Yes.
And Harry Styles just doesn't cut that for me.
He does not seem like a bear sticker upper.
The sparkly pants I don't think would get me
feels
going.
like Harry Styles feels like you meet him at a bar and you have one night with him, and it's magical and gentle and loving.
Yes.
But he's not the man who's when push comes to shove, he's going to get in someone's face for you.
Yeah. He's going to change the tire.
Yeah. He's not changing any tires.
No.
Harry Styles, I can guarantee, will never change a tire.
Never. He never will. Especially now. I mean, why would he need to? But he's hot.
I just feel with him, I'm kind of drinking out of a fire hose. There's just so much Harry Styles out there.
He is
everywhere.
How is he not tired?
I'm sure he's tired. I'm sure he's doing a lot of cocaine.
Show after show. He has to be doing cocaine.
Doing so much cocaine.
That's the only thing that would make sense. Also, to drink out of a shoe, you have to be a little high or something. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But he's hot. But he's hot. There's just a lot.
I'll always enjoy him. Always. Yeah. He's just, I don't think that he's my perfect match, unfortunately. I did think he was when I was about 18.
Okay, I actually saw your TikTok just recently with the comedian where he said he likes
Matt
boobs.
Rife. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just recently stumbled upon him on TikTok. He's hot. Funny.
Mm-hmm. He's funny. He's hot. Really like him.
Do you have an in? I feel like you could get an in there.
Oh no, I definitely don't. But maybe one day, I'll work my way up.
No, you 1,000% have an in.
How tall is he though?
He looks like he would be like a short king.
He does look like a short. Yeah, I would give him 5'8", 5'9".
Yeah. No, he's one of those guys. It's I'm 6 foot, and you're like, yeah, with shoes on.
Well, yeah, and but if they say I heard somebody say this, so I can't take credit for it, but it's if they say they're 5'11", they're 5'9", because if they were 5'11", they would say 6 foot. True. So if they're saying 5'11", it's 5'9".
That's facts. Because my husband's 5'11" and says 6 foot. So
yeah. Mm-hmm. How tall are you?
5'5".
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's like a perfect height.
That's a great height. That really
like
is.
Not too tall, not too short.
No, I think 5'5" is great. I always wanted to be 5'7".
What are you, 5'9"?
5'11".
Okay. My sister's 5'10".
Yeah.
I don't know how.
tall.
I don't know how because my mom's like literally 5 feet tall. She's a midget.
Really?
She's so cute. Like,
I don't
you
know.
could put her in your
I don't know
pocket.
I don't know if you can say that M word that you just dropped.
Oh, I can't say midget. I'm gonna get canceled for that. That's fine. I apologize. What? There's like a legal height for that word.
I think it's dwarf.
Dwarf. Okay. Well, my mom's a dwarf, but not really. She's like 4'9".
Yeah.
She's short little girl, and now I'm gonna get canceled. And I
No,
don't edit, so
you're not
everyone,
gonna get canceled.
everyone, come at me.
You're not gonna get canceled.
Speaking of that, though, this is off topic. In Utah, what was that place? Did you ever go? It's a town. For
it's
little
still
people.
there.
Is that still there?
Yeah.
I want to go check it out.
We could go ask him.
I don't know if is it real though?
Yeah, it's real.
Like, I always thought it was a conspiracy.
No, it's real.
Okay. What was it called? I'm like, say the word so we can cancel together.
Josie is grilling me.
No, but there's this place in Utah. It's like a community, and it's like in downtown, like Sugar House.
Oh, I thought
area.
I thought it was in like Sandy.
No, it's like. Wait, maybe I'm totally wrong. I swear it was like in Salt Lake City.
I don't know. We'll look it up. We'll get back to you guys.
Anyways, yeah, my mom's short. My dad's not very tall. And
Really?
My sister's really tall. And I got 5'5". That was
interesting.
great. Okay, we're just going to smooth right past that.
Yeah, just pretend none of that happened.
And we're going to talk about Kelsey Ballerini.
Oh, my icon right now.
Call her daddy. I love a good interview. I love a good
tell-all
interview.
Mm-hmm, I do too.
And
I do
she
too.
really.
I told
she came
Josie
for it.
that's where I will do my tell-all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Call her daddy, Alex.
If you guys want the tell-all, that's
where we gotta go.
Tag Maddie in all of Alex Cooper's posts.
Can you imagine? She's like, who the hell is this?
No, guys, do it. Do it.
You can do it. Let's see what happens.
We're gonna start the trend.
Yeah.
Next guest on Call Her Daddy.
It's like Adam Devine, Chelsea Handler, Kelsey Ballerini, Madi Murphy. People are gonna be like, this whose dad is calling her manager?
You're a nepo baby though.
Yeah, people will be. Yeah. Do you want free tickets to a Braves game?
You got him.
In exchange. That's so funny.
But her whole interview, she talks about how they got married and how he was 9 years older. I didn't realize he was so much older than she was.
I didn't know that either.
And that, they were in different spots of their career. She was really successful at the time. He was honestly kind of a nobody. And he had a lot more to gain from the relationship. They get married. He was never around, it sounded like. They just did not connect. I haven't listened to her album yet, but I saw you post about it saying
I have
it,
listened to
hit
it.
Home.
Oh yeah, it's
like,
hitting
it's
hard.
good.
It's hitting hard for my fellow divorcees out there.
Is her song the one that's like, you loved me more at 23? 23, yeah. And she quotes that in the interview.
Yeah.
And it was just very, it's something about, maybe because we grow up in this Utah culture where everyone gets married so young, to hear someone who got divorced at 29, because I hear about it so often here.
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
yeah.
Oh, you got divorced at 29? Is it your first or your second?
Yeah.
But on Call Her Daddy, it was like this big thing because a lot of people don't even get married till they're 29.
Totally.
So that was like the whole title of the podcast was Divorced at 29. And she felt this like shame kind of like, oh, I'm divorced at 29. But I'm like, Utah girls? We're divorced at 21.
We're divorced single moms at 21, bitch.
We're doing everything.
There's definitely, and there's such a shame with divorce. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, even though there's no shame in it.
Yeah.
You still do it, and it's still like, I just got divorced. Yeah. And like, when I remember like the first like guy I talked to, and I'm like, I'm divorced. Like, I'm like, what does this say? Like, what does it mean about me? Like, is it a huge red flag? Like, do you think that I am a certain way that I'm actually not? Do you think that I did? Like, so yeah, I totally get that. Yeah.
But the question that I loved was when they talked about Chase Stokes and how she slid into his DMs, which makes me think you should slide into some celebrities.
Chase
DMs.
Stokes DMs?
Well, not Chase Stokes. I honestly think Kelsey Ballerini is too good for Chase Stokes.
Okay, but who plays JJ? And
is he the blonde?
Yeah, because that's whose DMs I'm trying to slide into because I have had some thoughts about him.
The new season just released last night. Did you stay up and watch it?
Not yet.
I haven't watched a single
I got to catch up. I'm going to rewatch season 2 and then do it.
Chase Stokes, I think, is a great actor. I just think Kelsey Ballerina, I don't know. She just seems
Ballerini.
Ballerini. Did I call her Ballerina?
Uh-huh.
That's fine.
That's all right.
I just don't know if Chase Stokes is like her end all be all, but
Yeah, I don't know, but maybe she's just
they're
vibing.
having fun. That's what she said. She's vibing.
I'm like, maybe she's just having fun right now.
Like,
Okay,
just let her have
maybe
fun.
She
doesn't need to get married again.
Maybe she's post divorce and
Like,
she's just really trying to get around.
Well, and she said she never wanted to get married. She comes from a family of just her and her divorced parents, which I didn't know she was a single
child.
kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought she might have.
I didn't know
had
that either.
siblings.
Yeah, I kind of loved, I mean, I just feel like this is always what I want to tell people, like, because people are always like, what advice do you have for somebody like post divorce? Like, what's going through? And I just don't know any woman who has gotten divorced who has not had a serious, like, self-love era after.
You have to.
Like, every woman that I know, every celebrity that I know, like, I think about that picture of Nicole Kidman after her divorce is finalized from Tom Cruise, and she's like
free.
And she's like free. And I'm like, I feel like every woman I know like has that happening to them.
And then they end up with someone who is so perfect for them, like Keith Urban.
Yeah, like Keith Urban.
Keith Urban, he loves her.
But just like, I just think that there's like this, I mean, and Kelsey Ballerini talks about it in one of her songs, because she talks about like kind of wishing him well. And then she says, and I hope I never leave me again.
Yeah.
And it's like, there is that aspect of divorce where you kind of feel like you get to reclaim yourself.
Oh, totally.
And you're like, cool, this is like who I wanted to be with the whole time. Like, and that's what I mean when I say like, I've never liked myself more. Like, I've never liked hanging out with myself more. I've never been more obsessed with like myself ever. So I'm like, if this is my partner forever, she's down, because she's great.
Yeah.
We agree on literally everything.
No fights.
No fights.
Nothing.
I've got a salary and a vibrator. Like what do I need a man for?
Vibrators, honestly, do
and I have
the
a
job
wagon.
better
I have a
sometimes.
wagon to bring my groceries in. Like,
I'm great.
I'm like literally trying to find a reason to like
Is there
need
one?
anyone else.
Like,
so
no.
I'm living for Kelsey Ballerini right now.
No, she's great.
Yeah.
And she looked stunning.
She
She's
did. She looked
stunning.
good.
She's glowing. She has that divorce
She's
glow
got that
about her.
post-divorce glow.
Okay, time for Trash Topic Can, which is when you are going to pick a topic.
Okay.
Out of this trash can.
Okay.
Could be anything. We don't know. All the questions are just about divorce.
It's like, tell us about your...
Tell us everything.
Oh, what's the most trouble you've ever had to get yourself out of?
Oh.
The most trouble I've had to get myself out of.
I think I'm going to have to get myself out of the M word trouble, but...
I honestly, nothing comes to mind for me.
Because you were a goody good.
Yeah, I was really... The most trouble I've ever had to get... Can I pick another one?
Yeah,
Will you let me pick another one?
Yeah.
I just feel like I don't have a juicy enough answer for that.
Put
I want to get...
Put that one back.
Well, I won't put it back yet, just in case I draw the other one.
The other one's like... Okay.
Ooh, guilty pleasure.
Guilty pleasure.
Well, you know my
Let's do
theory
it.
on guilty pleasures.
Let's hear it.
No guilt. If it brings me...
It's a pleasure.
If it brings me pleasure, I don't feel guilty.
Yeah.
Like,
Why is it a bad thing?
No questions asked. But I get the sentiment.
You get the concept.
I just want to make sure I put that out there. Honestly,
Yeah,
Outer
it's
Banks
not
is up
guilty.
there.
Yeah.
I like shitty movies. Like, I have shitty taste in movies.
What's your favorite movie?
Like, I love like the ensemble movies, like Valentine's Day and like New Year's
They
Eve.
just feel good.
Like, I love that. I love like Fast and Furious.
Oh, see it. Well, that's like very opposite of Valentine's Day.
Well, I know, but just like it's still shitty.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I just like bad movies that are going to entertain me forever.
Totally.
Don't get me wrong. I also like a lot of really good movies. Like, if like some film bro is like, what's your favorite movie? I'm like, yeah, I know what to say and I know like what you want me to say, but I do love bad movies. And I love like, I have like 10-year-old taste buds. So like mini corn dogs,
Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles, well, like any kind of ice cream, but like chicken nuggets,
The Dino Nuggets?
Quesadillas with just cheese. Oh, I love Dino Nuggets. I love Dino Nuggets.
That's
Like
my kids
pudding,
live off of.
Go-Gurt,
Love.
like any of those, like Gushers.
Oh, Gushers.
That's like what I was raised on, and I still love those.
Gushers hit home.
Yeah.
But the more you think about it, it's like, what's this
No,
gush?
you don't think about it.
What's the gush in this Gusher?
Don't think about it.
It's delish.
I know. So all of those I would say are maybe categorized as guilty pleasures.
Okay.
Are those? What's your guilty pleasure? Your current one?
I like to eat in my car.
I love eating in my car.
It's like the only time I'm alone.
I love to eat in my car. I love eating Chick-fil-A specifically in my car.
See, I like to eat sushi in my car alone.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's like $50 worth of sushi. I like from a nice like Tsunami.
Yeah.
I like call in.
Yeah.
I go at least once a week.
What rolls are you getting from Tsunami?
Oh, so right now pregnant. We're doing. Are you ready? It's like a whole menu.
Yeah.
We're doing the something tropical, sub the albacore for avocado.
Okay.
We're doing a shrimp tempura roll instead of seaweed, soy paper, sub cucumber for jalapeno. My waiters love me.
Okay.
And then the third one is Coco Cabana.
I was just gonna say, please say Coco Cabana.
No tuna because I'm pregnant. When I'm not pregnant, it's a Coco Cabana, a Sunshine, a Don Juan, and if I'm feeling frisky,
I might need to go get some sushi tonight.
No, it is a drug for me.
I'm so sorry. I have to do a little sniffle.
Yeah,
I know you're not
sniffle.
gonna edit this out, but
We love sniffles.
just
When I
to
have
do
my
that.
crying episodes, it's actually disgusting
Oh yeah.
how many sniffles I have.
Stop crying on the podcast.
It's
Embarrassing.
only the deep ones, it's fine. Yeah, sushi in my car is a guilty pleasure, and I'm usually like putting on a podcast or like a show on my phone, have it set up. I'm parked in a parking lot.
That's
where
the
no
only
one can
reason
see
I want a
me.
Tesla. It's because I'm trying to watch TV at all times.
Kate, that would be nice.
Yeah, it would be.
My husband randomly came up to me. My husband's a truck guy. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to get a Tesla. I'm like, I'm sorry, who are you?
Yeah.
I cannot even picture.
How'd you
my
meet your
with a
husband?
Tesla. Tinder.
Oh yeah, you told me that. You told me that.
Yeah, we're polar opposites.
Mm.
He's very quiet, reserved, just like good.
Those are
humble
the vibes
guy.
I'm getting from you. So
Yeah, I'm very chill. I'm like just so chill, so quiet.
just a vibing.
Everyone's like, you should have him on the podcast. I'm like, I truly don't know what he would say.
Yeah.
What he would do. I am doing like a maternity leave kind of when I
Mhm.
have baby. I'm gonna do solo summers, so the summer is gonna be all solos, and like family and friends will come in
Yeah.
that I feel comfortable with my newborn baby. So I told my husband, I'm like, Caleb, you have to be on it,
Yeah.
but I have no idea how it's gonna go.
Interesting.
It'll either be the greatest episode or the worst episode of all
I
time.
can't wait.
So,
I absolutely can't wait.
but yeah, I would say sushi in my car and rewatching feel good shows like The
I'm feeling
Office,
I'm feeling
Mindy
like a
Project.
dirty little slut for Skims right now.
Ooh, Skims.
I'm buying a lot of Skims.
I had a bodysuit from them and I lost it, and I refused to buy another one because it was like $75.
I
or
know.
something.
I love everything I buy from Skims.
Really?
Yeah.
So I need to give it a go then.
Yeah. And it's not good. It's a guilty pleasure.
Is it like underwear, bra, bodysuit?
I just bought her
shirt?
like cotton collection of sweats and a sweatshirt.
They're
and
not
then
sending it to you for free.
no, Skims. If you hear this,
They
available.
definitely won't hear it from you.
And then I got her pajama
Definitely
set.
not.
They have a new color, and
Oh.
so I got the pajama set. And what else? Yeah, I get a lot of their all my underwear is Skims. Every single pair of underwear.
And do they ride up at all?
Yeah.
Oh, well, they're thongs, Josie. You dumb
But I do
slut.
like their boy shorts. Like I wear their boy shorts like when I'm on my period, and like
Okay.
I do boy shorts like in sweats. I don't know if that's like.
So I don't wear underwear.
Well, I never wear it.
take.
I never wear it unless I absolutely have to.
Yeah.
Like I'll wear them in jeans
Yeah,
because I don't
same.
want to get a UTI. Which, by the way, I'm on UTI number 2 this month.
No way.
This month.
I hate UTIs. Okay, are they UTIs from your underwear, or are you not peeing after sex?
I don't know what they're from, Josie. I'm not quite sure. I'm trying to figure it out.
UTIs are from hell.
Yeah, they make my skin crawl.
They're so uncomfortable.
They're horrible.
Like, we have a bidet,
Oh,
and so when I have UTIs, I literally just sit in the bidet and just let it spray water up my
that is a
hoo-ha.
great idea.
Because that's the only thing that feels good.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah. Either that or you're in the shower just like,
I know my
Holding
shower
it
head
there.
doesn't come undone, unfortunately.
oh yeah, you need to get one of those.
We all know.
We need that
how
water
bad-
pressure.
I really need that for a lot
Just
of
go to
reasons.
Home Depot. It's a quick fix. It's a quick fix.
I'm like, don't ask why I need a
Like,
detachable shower head. Okay,
it's-
mind your business.
I gotta wash the butthole. That's why.
That is
That
why.
is why.
I mean,
it is helpful.
it is helpful.
Because how else are you supposed to do it? Like,
How do you
bend
wash your
over?
butthole? Like, what's your tactic?
I definitely get soap. And
Oh, good.
then,
Okay.
And then I grab the handle and I just open the cheeks. You know,
Mhm.
but you don't have that. So do
No.
you bend over and just what?
Yeah, I mean, I like scrub like
We're
that.
giving people visuals
Yeah,
right now.
but I have a brush that's
have
just
a
for
butthole
my
brush
that I only use for my butt.
That's like intense cleaning right there.
Well, because I'm not about to like scrub my butthole and then do my like chest.
we'll do your chest first. It's so.
Well, but then the next shower.
how dirty is your butthole?
But then the
You're
next
so
shower, it will have been
concerned.
already been used in my butthole.
Okay.
So I just need to make sure
Well,
that
just
it stays.
use your hand.
Well, yeah, I could do that, but
Like I feel like that would
I'd like a little exfoliation.
okay. You got to get exfoliated for the the spray tans. And then.
That's true. Yeah, I open up my cheeks for a
Would
spray
you ever
tan.
bleach your asshole?
No.
No one's seen it. Who cares?
Well, not that, but
I mean, I get Brazilians.
I mean, I've never had somebody say like, "Wow, I wish your asshole was whiter."
Why are they brown? Is it like permanent
Stained?
dye? Just just too much shit. It just stained the whole thing.
No, I think it's just the texture. I think it's like how our palms are different colors, or like the soles of our feet.
But why black, brown?
I'm sure there's
kind of like a purple tint to it.
Okay. I have a freckle on my butthole, and the first time I got,
how do you know about it?
Well, because the first time I was in aesthetic school. It was the first time I ever got waxed, and my friend was waxing me, and she was like, "You have something brown on your asshole," and I was like, "No."
Like, will you wipe?
And then she was, "Wait, don't you know her?"
Brie?
No, Haley Vincent.
Oh, yes, I don't know her, but she sounds very familiar.
Wait, who do you know that I went to?
I would know Brie Kafusi.
Oh yeah, I know her. Yeah, she wasn't in my class, but she was. We were there at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, my friend was waxing, and she was like, "There's something brown," and I was like, "No, did I not wipe?" And then I was like, "Oh, it's just a huge like mole."
That would be the most uncomfortable if you didn't. I
know, but I have to declare it. Like I'm like, it's a mole.
It's a mole. It is a mole. I wipe.
Yeah.
Just get a bidet, and then you don't have to worry so much about cleaning your butthole.
Okay, I'll do that.
Something I will say, men love bidets more than women.
Men love a bidet.
And you know what kind of men love them? Straight men.
No, because here's the thing.
Let's talk about that. Why?
Most men love butthole stuff.
But they just won't admit it.
Well, they won't admit it, and they don't know.
Yeah.
Because their G-spot is up there.
Yeah.
And they just they haven't been told. It hasn't been accessed.
Oh, I tell my husband. He's like, "No, I'm not doing that. That's gross."
You're like, well.
I'm like, well, you sit on the bidet for 30 minutes. So you're
like,
you're hitting it somehow.
That is so funny and so true.
Like every straight male is like, yeah, bidets.
Yeah, they just don't know. They don't know. They need, you might need to
Yeah, but then in sex, if I was like, let me just put a little finger in there, I'd be like, yeah, that's so gross.
We'll just sneak it in.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if his butthole would be ready.
No, they're always ready.
Just a little tease. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna do it tonight. He'll kill me.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
His butthole's off limit.
It'll be worth it.
The bidet. Well, Maddie, this is fun.
Well, that's a good note to end on.
I know you have to leave, so I will let you go.
What time is it?
It's almost 6. It is 6:03. It's 6:03. You gave us the juice. We took out the trash.
Did you get it? The juicy trash.
We juiced up the trash can for sure.
What's worse than a juicy trash?
Seriously. Oh,
a leaky trash bag.
That's what's worse.
That is what's worse.
My dumpster, or the big one that they come and take, that thing reeks.
Is it snowing? If it's snowing, I might not.
I don't think it's snowing.
I might not leave.
You can sleep over. We got a bed.
Should we?
We got a bed. We got a guest bed. There's even a treadmill in there, so you can work out and then you can sleep.
Oh, awesome! Because every time I have a sleepover, I wake up and I'm like,
I want to run.
I wish I could go on a run right now.
Yeah,
that's exactly what crosses my mind.
This used to have the treadmill, and then obviously this took over that, and so now my guests get the access to the treadmill, and they get to hang out and run and chill. But if you're interested,
I'm not. You lost me at so many.
We can fold it up. We can fold it up. Do the yoga mat.
Every now and then I catch a glimpse of you, and you do look like Claudia.
Do I?
Mm-hmm. Like the hair is herring.
Oh my gosh!
Like you're giving.
She's in a hot era right now.
She's in a hot era. Mm-hmm.
You don't know who we're talking about. We're talking about the toes.
The Ozempic is Ozempicing.
Okay,
I'm just kidding. I don't think she's.
Yeah, she hasn't come out and said it, but
anybody who loses weight, people are like, "Is it Ozempic?"
Would you ever do it?
No.
See, I'm on board.
No, I don't like anything that really messes with my system. I don't.
Are you on birth control?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say because that would be hypocritical.
No, I don't like birth control. I don't even like daily medication. I don't like anything that's gonna rewire anything. I get Ozempic makes me nervous that one day it would I don't know, mess me up permanently.
Everyone is on it. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Because it's been around for diabetics for a very long time.
Yeah. Yeah, it has.
And now it's all of a sudden being used as weight loss. Everyone's doing it. I've said when I'm done with this baby, if that'll
snap
help
you back
me out. My problem is I'm very active, but nothing shows.
Oh yeah, no, I have to work out and eat really well. I actually saw this. I need to credit the TikTok because I didn't think of this, but she's like, I have to work out and eat so well just to remain slightly overweight.
Same.
That's how I feel.
That's how I feel.
I feel like I'm in pretty good shape. I eat lots of protein. I try to get
but
in
you
it.
also live life.
I work out. I live life, whatever. But I'm I will never be. But I'm fine with being slightly chubby.
You did a video back when you very first started Bad Broadcast with the cat, and you're doing a workout.
Oh yeah, my Cara Lauren one. Yeah,
Cara Lauren's body.
No, it's actually sick.
I physically
with
don't
all the
know.
Peace and love in my heart. She's so in shape.
I don't know how I can't ever look like that.
Well, for some people it's just that's
genetic.
Well, it's genetic, happening. And that brings them joy. That is like fun for them to like meal
to
prep.
have a carrot and then go.
That's not where I find. That's not where I find my joy.
No, like I said, food is sexual for me. So
I have lip cheese.
I have, like I told you, I have dry mouth everywhere.
You know the white stuff that's around your mouth.
Mine's like pinkish because of lipstick.
That's the lip cheese.
Yeah, it's really gross.
Is there a worse term than that?
I just call it like dry mouth syndrome. I've never heard of lip cheese before.
Well, now you'll never not think of it.
Now I'm gonna call it lip cheese all the time. It looks like a string cheese that melted and you just mush it up in your fingers.
Yeah, like when you have to warm up string cheese because it's too cold to eat and you have to.
Wait, I've never done that.
Well, like, you know, like you have to like hold it in your palm for a little bit.
Oh yeah, so it
or like sometimes I put it right here on my knee.
That's a good place to warm stuff up, or your armpit.
Yeah,
I mean, it's maybe a little stinkier, but
yeah,
it's fine.
Anyway,
how did we get on this topic?
I don't know. We were saying goodbye and then we really lost track of time.
You know, because sleepover, working out.
I'll let you know how the roads are.
Yeah, they plow really great.
They did.
We pay extra in property taxes for the plows.
Yeah, they better.
Which was actually really annoying because then they didn't come yesterday.
Yeah, you're like I'm a tax-paying citizen,
and because we're in a cul-de-sac, we get very last.
That sucks.
Very last.
That sucks. But
rude.
It's really rude. It's looking groomed now.
Well, good. I'm glad it's groomed. Now I'm just thinking of pubic hair, but
as you should.
That's also groomed.
Do you keep it clean down there, or what's your vibe?
I get a Brazilian.
Me too. I'm a Brazilian gal.
And I'm like numb to it now.
Oh yeah, I actually love them. I kind of like the pain.
It's like a spice.
Yeah, it's like a little. Yeah,
it's like I'm feeling again.
Little cinnamon.
Well, I always just like when I do the knees up part. I like.
Oh, they always have me get on all fours.
Oh, see, I do knees up, and I
but
always fart.
When I'm on all fours, I'm like, I'm going to rip so much ass in your face if you make me do this.
No, truly, I feel like I'm gonna fart on my girl
every time.
And I asked her, I'm like, do people fart on you? And she's like, no. And I'm like, wait, are you kidding?
So I literally stare into assholes all day and nobody farts on you?
You're telling me not a single person has farted in your face. Like, how?
Yeah, well, one girl told me that she was doing a back sack and crack wax and he did come.
That was sexual to him?
I guess.
Like being in that much pain made him come?
I guess.
Did you ever do one in school?
Not on a guy.
Oh, we did.
No, I definitely did not.
A girl's boyfriend volunteered.
Oh, that guy.
He wanted to marry her. Marry her or fuck her. What
he wanted to marry her or had some serious deep trauma. Yeah.
It's like
a
bunch of women taking turns waxing my pubes.
Causing pain, causing problems.
Both. I mean, who knows if he can have kids after that? We didn't know what we were doing.
Oh yeah, he for sure can't.
We were ripping those balls. We were tug and pull.
Yeah, you got to really
tug. What's it? Taut.
You
got to get taut.
And balls are hard to get taut.
Very hard to get taut.
Yeah, lots of extra. We have to end this or we're going to get so weird.
Oh gosh, Maddie. Thank you.
Just love you. Will you come on my podcast?
I'll come on your podcast anytime.
Don't lie.
I would lick your toes right now if you asked me to, Maddie. I'm obsessed.
Would you drink out of my shoe though?
I would not do a shoey. There's not a chance in hell.
Would you bleach my butthole?
I would do that.
Okay.
I learned it in school. We
could do that live on the podcast.
That honestly, no. We need to do it on OnlyFans and make some money from
paywall.
That. Yeah,
paywall. Okay, well, thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here.
I love what you're doing. I feel like I feel very honored and I feel very jealous and inspired.
Wow.
I'm serious.
Making me horny. Thank you.
We got to turn the cameras off.
We're not sexual
or keep them on.
OnlyFans.
I'm like, I hate women. I don't like women sexually, but
I have a treadmill.
If you're down, I'm down. I have a treadmill.
We could test some stuff out. Okay, everybody, have a great weekend.
Okay, bye, everyone.
Thanks for being here. Don't forget to take out your trash.
Love ya.